All right, let's take a look at gold, silver, and palladium. Now, if you've been watching gold and silver and palladium, you know that they've been going way up. Now, you need to ask yourself the question, what kind of person in their right mind would sell in this market? It's going parabolic, it's going way up. Well, the answer is the smartest people in the business, the commercials, are actually positioning themselves heavily to the short side. And we're going to take a look at that right now and why we're looking to get short on this market if we get a confirmed trend change on the daily to the downside. So, starting here on gold, the commitment of traders, commercial positioning we see relative to the last 26 weeks, these guys are very bearish. Now, up here, the green line is the investment advisor sentiment, and we see they're actually very bullish. And when these guys get very bullish, that's actually a sell signal. So, we have a juxtaposition of the commercial positioning to the sentiment. That is very, very nice to see. Then if we look at things from a net positioning perspective, down here, the red line is the net positioning of the commercials. And we see right here, overall, they are hovering around a max short position. They haven't been this short in over 3 years. So that is bearish and supportive of looking to short this market. If we look at open interest down here, the black line, we see generally from February, price has been going parabolic, while generally speaking, open interest keeps drifting up. Now, when open interest increases, we need to ask ourselves the question, who is causing the open interest increase? If it is not caused by the commercials getting more long, it is bearish. So that's what we see here. Open interest increasing caused by small speculators and large speculators getting more long. That is bearish. Eventually, this thing is going to have a major turn. And it looks like, based on these signals, that we're getting closer to that stage. Now, from a valuation perspective, we see over here on gold, gold is overvalued relative to the price of treasuries. That is also bearish. Now, we also have a sell signal on the ADX. So the ADX is over 40, supported by commercial positioning and sentiment. So Larry Williams teaches that if the ADX is over 40 and you have a up move and the commercial positioning along with the the sentiment is both giving the same signal, in this case sell, then that's a sell signal on the ADX as well. We also see the ADX is getting close to going over 60 now. If it goes over 60, that is a major end of trend indicator. You can see here, it's pretty significant thing to have pop up on the chart. So that's not here yet. We do need to be aware that it's coming potentially. And then we also have bearish spread divergence. So the front month on gold to the next month out, there's actually a weakening of the spread. So that's supportive of looking to short gold. And the small speculators, if we go back here to this platform, the small speculators have tapped into this extreme in positioning. They're more bullish than they've been over the past relative to the past 26 weeks. Now, admittedly, this isn't perfect. We see here the green line, the net positioning of the small speculators. They haven't really taken out any extremes yet. Now, for this to be a real perfect trade, we would see this side of the trade getting very crowded, and we'd see the small specs at an extreme and long positioning. So that's the one thing I don't like about this trade that's not perfect. However, it's still enough things going for us here to suggest, yeah, we can short gold. And then we do have some supplementary indicators. We have this divergence on the open interest, on the accumulation indicator here between price and the indicator. We have the percent R in a sell zone. We have a do we have ultimate oscillator? No, we don't, but we do have the stochastic overbought, and then we have this major momentum divergence shaping up here. Price making higher high, while this bottom indicator, the momentum, is making a lower high. So if this low of the oscillator gets closed below on a closing basis on this time frame, which is the weekly, that will be a strong sell signal for gold. So there's enough things going on in gold for me to say, yeah, we can short this market if we get a confirmed trend change to the daily, on the daily to the downside. So now let's take a look at silver, because it is also set up for shorts. So I'm going to go into silver and open it up here on the commercial index. And as we can see here, the commercials are very short relative to their last 26 weeks of positioning. And then silver is also seeing the investment advisors are overly bullish. So that is a sell signal as well. Now, if we look at things from a net positioning point of view, what do we see? Well, let's take a look here. Basically, the commercials are max short of the last 3 years. So we see here this red line, they are more short than they've been in the last 3 years. So that is very bearish if the commercials are that short. And from an open interest perspective, we've seen basically open interest increasing the last few weeks on increasing price, and that's been caused by the large speculators getting more long, which is bearish. So open interest increasing, again, the question always is, if open interest increases, who's causing that increase in open interest? In this case, we see the black line going up, while the red line, which is the commercial positioning, going down. that is a bearish sign. So silver, lots of reasons to go short silver here. We don't have the support of the small spec index. We actually see the small specs are actually very short right now. That's kind of a conflicting signal, but there's enough things. There's the commercial index. We have extreme in positioning, and we also have open interest in our favor, looking for shorts. Then sentiment and valuation are supportive of shorts. The only thing not supporting these shorts on gold and silver is the true seasonal, is to generally go up till December, and in gold's case, all the way up till April. But on silver, we do have every single, basically, we have valuation in our favor, which I will show you right here. So price is overvalued relative to the price of treasuries. We have supplementary indicator here, which is stochastic overbought. And then over here on the supplementary indicators, basically every single one of them, the insider accumulation, price, open interest and volume, percent R, ultimate oscillator, and stochastic, they're all giving sell signals here on silver. And there's actually bearish divergence setting up here, but not confirmed. So we see price making a higher high while the momentum is making a lower low. So this would have to get closed beyond for this momentum to trigger. So that's enough things going for silver for me to look to short silver. Now, lastly, let's look at palladium. Now, before I talk about palladium, I do want to point out that there was a major weekly bullish divergence that confirmed on palladium a couple weeks ago. I believe I posted about it somewhere on my socials somewhere. I'm not sure where, but basically it would imply a move up to, quite a bit higher than where price is right now. I don't know exactly the target. So basically this short I'm taking with a grain of salt because it has a major divergence going against it. So, but I'm still going to show you so that you can learn what I'm seeing. So here, commercials are very short relative to the last 26 weeks. We also see investment advisor sentiment really, really bullish. And so we like to see those two basically at opposite extremes. From a net open interest perspective, we see here that the commercials are more short than they've been. The last time they were this short was February of 2023. So that is bearish. We also have valuation in our favor. So palladium is now overvalued versus gold and treasury bonds. So that's a lot of things going for it against it, or going for shorts on palladium. We also see here on the true seasonal, which is the blue line, generally speaking, there's a bit more time to go down until basically the low forming sometime mid-December. So we also have percent R and stochastic in our favor. And there is, like I mentioned, that weekly bullish divergence confirmed, but there's also currently some weekly bearish divergence that is setting up but not confirmed. So that's what I'm looking at on these metals this week. They're nicely set up for shorts if we do get a confirmed trend change to the daily. So again, to be clear, it doesn't mean that you just short this market right now. This means that I am going to get involved in this market if I get one of my daily trend change triggers to the downside. So if you have any questions about trading commitment to traders, feel free to shoot me a message. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. And I hope you got some value out of this. And thank you very much for listening.